Man in boxing, led the Flair Cops. Shout out to Goodfellas Sports TV. Woo!
All right, man. I was seeing an article that was wrote on Boxing 24 News by that hoe ass writer Chris Williams. You know, he think he don't wake me, I'm dreaming ass nigga, but see, that's the problem with boxing. You know, this social media shit let everybody come in who don't know what they talking about. See, it was even said in the article, well, Terence Crawford ain't ambitious enough to earn a Canelo fight. That ain't how boxing works. Now, we went through this with Charlo when he was saying, well, Terence Crawford don't want to, and how Crawford gonna come up and just fight me? He got to earn a shot, man. See, you got too many fighters that don't know boxing. They just did it because it was a sport that they was too small and not good enough at other sports to go to college and make money off of. So they got into boxing and don't really know historically how it worked. When you created you a name, you can jump up and fight whoever the fuck you want to. You can, as long as you got a willing party. I mean, Jamil Charlo said that, but then he jumped up 2 weight classes to fight Canelo. He ain't do shit at 60. He ain't did shit at 68 to deserve a shot. But his credibility in being an undisputed champion at 154, he can move how he want to move. Okay? As long as the weight's good and the weigh-in checks is good and he healthy enough, you can move how you want to move. It's like being at the plant or being at a job where they got seniority. You know, if you want to bump somebody off first shift, you can. If you want to bump somebody off night shift or the middle shift, you can. You know, when the window's open, you can do what you want to do. You earn the right. You earn the seniority. You earn the right to do what you want to do. See, same thing in boxing. See, a lot of people don't understand how the game is laid and how the game is played. You know what I'm saying? So that's an issue. They simply don't understand it. And once you have the credibility and you put the work in to, to build your name, you can jump up and fight whoever you want to with their reason, as long as they sanction it. You know, he's the lineal champion at 35. Lineal undisputed at 47. Lineal undisputed champion at 40. Excuse me, and 40 undisputed. Lineal undisputed at 40 and 47. I mean, he's done enough to be able to jump up and do so. Now, do I think it'd be competitive? You know, maybe for a while, but weight matters. That's my opinion on it. But he's earned the right to jump up and fight whoever he wants to fight, you know, within reason. And if he feel like he can jump up and beat Canelo Alvarez, or if he just want to jump up and cash out, we've seen a lot of guys cash out in worse ways. I mean, you can't even say what Jamil Charlo did versus Canelo is cashing out, is crashing out. And maybe that's a direct effect on why people don't want to see Crawford do it. You know what I'm saying? Because Jamil Charlo not only messed it up for his brother Jamal to get the bag, possibly messed it up for Terence Crawford. But Terence Crawford, pro Crawford people say, well, Crawford ain't built like that. You know, he gonna go out on his shield. And it sound good. And I ain't saying that he won't. It sounds good until, you know, you get about the 4th or 5th, 6th round and that weight started to matter. You know, you can mentally prepare yourself all you want to, but nigga leaning on you, hitting you on your elbows, you know what I'm saying? But he got to box him. You know, and when you see somebody fighting a bigger guy and they instantly start retreating and using lateral movement, it's not going to end well. How did Roberto Duran fight Sugar Ray Leonard? He went right at him. And even though, contrary to what people believe, well, Duran jumped up from 35 to 47. No, Duran had fights in between there at 40 and technically at 47, if my memory serves you correctly. But you go right at him. That's how you fight him. You know, Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. was the more aggressive fighter versus Pernell Whitaker, right? He was the guy that came forward and made the fight. That's what he was known for. What did Pernell Whitaker do? He walked right to Chavez and took the fight to him. You know, and when you fighting bigger guys, you have to walk them. You have to walk to them. And people say, well, Andre Ward got dropped by Kovalev. What happened after that? He kept going. He took it to Kovalev. He took the fight. That's how you got to do. You got to take the fight. You might get clipped. But I think more people respect you if you get clipped and trying to make the fight than doing what Charlo did. And when a motherfucker get on his bike and he respect the power before he even takes the power, That'll let you know all you need to know. That's everything you need to know right then and there. So you got to come out there. You got to set the tone. But Terence Crawford has done plenty enough. I think most of us believe he's done plenty enough to be able to go up there and get his opportunity. And for Canelo Alvarez, I said it from the beginning. I like to see it from all ways, or every possible way I can see it from mentally. He got nothing to gain from that. And, then, what Crawford fans say, he had nothing to gain from fighting Jermell Charlo. Absolutely. Yep, that's true. So that lets you know that he know Crawford a real threat. Oh, I ain't doing no catch weight. I was going to fight Spence at 160 something. But no. I'm going to fight you. You got to come all the way up. That lets you know everything you need to know right there. He was going to do a catch weight with Spence. That's the word on the street. That's what Crawford was saying. He was going to do a catch weight with Spence. Then that motherfucker changed his mind real quick. They was trying to put Benavidez and Crawford in that contract, behind a potential Jermell Charlo fight. He said no to neither one of them. So that lets you know, Canelo Alvarez believed that there's a chance that he could lose to Terence Crawford. Now, if Crawford was a sweet lick, throw him in there. I'm going to beat him. He know that, Crawford is going to be a tough, and he's always gave Crawford his accolade. Even after he said, well, I ain't got nothing to gain. He ain't ripping Terence Crawford. He respecting Terence Crawford. Crawford's a great fighter. I think Crawford going to be spent. He's always showed Crawford love. So it ain't no hate. Even if he called him out, it's, Canelo like, I ain't got nothing to gain. What I say? He ain't got shit to gain from it. But then the trainer said, well, we had to gain from fighting old buddy. Jermell Charlo. True. So I can't defend him from that standpoint of view, but Bud Crawford's a dangerous motherfucker, bro. He's one of those genetic guys. Him and Deontay Wilder, they genetic freaks. They power come from the torso snap, the legs to torso snap. And everybody talk about Wilder legs being small. Some of the strongest niggas I played ball against had the smallest leg. That's why I never really read into that. Some of the skinny chicken leg niggas I hooped against were some of the strongest bottom, lower body guys. They were some of the strongest. Some of the most bounciest dudes that I played against. And I used to hoop with a lot. I hoop with a nigga. I knew it was time me to hoop. I hoop with a nigga. He was one of the MVPs over there in one of them damn leagues and shit, man. I knew it was time me to stop hooping for real when I played against that nigga and his homie and shit. And they was real cool and shit. He on billboards over there and overseas. Give it up. They was on a totally different level. I remember my homie mama was like, how did they give him PSL player of the year over my son? And my son had grab. That nigga can hoop. His son can hoop too. That's my man. But that nigga was just on a different level. They called him Ooze. Ooze just on a different level. I was like, yeah, I'm done. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm done. People were like, oh, you really could hoop? Yeah, I really could hoop back in the day. I did. Over that summer from college, I just stopped hooping. I had to work, save up money for college on my own and shit. It's funny how everybody would dog you out. Oh, he came home and he didn't do this. But wasn't a motherfucker trying to send a nigga no money to get by. That's why I really look at the black community. I have a real problem with it. When you step back and you able to just to look at a situation for it, I got a real problem with the black community. My mom was sick as hell. And my grandmother was financially supporting me while I was at college. And me hustling. You know what I'm saying? Me hustling. I knew niggas, family members, these niggas and bought niggas houses, gave niggas $10,000 to get out of prison jails, and they couldn't send a nigga nothing. But then again, they bad mouth a motherfucker like me and don't come get my story. And I had to tell my aunt before she passed what happened. She's like, oh, that sounded like it made sense. And he was just that. And I said, I just don't feel like I need to defend myself no more. Whatever motherfuckers say must be true. It must be true. If you don't come and get my side of the story, I ain't got shit to say. Whatever the motherfucker said over there is true. Yup. Leave me the fuck alone. I'm a terrible motherfucking person. Yup, I do this. Yup, that's true. Leave me the fuck alone there. The black community so backwards, dude. And everybody talk about the women real quick before I finish on Bud. They talk about the women and how they celebrate, and they go to Pookie's and Ray Ray's and they celebrate them getting out of prison and all that type of shit. They want them. That goes so much deeper than a sexual attraction with black women and Pookie's and Ray Ray's and prison thuggos. Man, that shit go much deeper than that, bro. I done seen niggas go to prison and families do everything for them niggas, put them back on their feet. But I done seen niggas go to college and suffer, nigga. I done been suffering with plenty of niggas. We had to put our money together. I know niggas that put masks and got a gun, went to go rob niggas to eat. I know niggas that hustled to eat, nigga. I was one of them niggas that just had to hustle. Whether it was writing papers, doing niggas' homeworks, banking niggas in Madden, 2K, all that shit just to get by. I was that type of nigga. Middleman and niggas to get here and there, getting bread here and there. But that's just the Detroit in me, the hustler in me. You know what I'm saying? Coming up with ideas, and everybody ain't that witty and creative. And I knew niggas that was going out there straight up robbing niggas just to eat. But the people so quick to help a motherfucker out when they go to prison, that's just another black stigma. And that shit real. That's deeper than women. That's a video. That's deeper than what y'all think it is. That's deeper, bro. You know, that's deeper. Black people celebrate negativity, bro. They just what it is, bro. But as far as Canelo, yeah, he ain't got shit to gain but a potential ass whooping. But when he fought Rocky Fielding, when he fought John Gorilla Ryder, should be Knight Rider, bro. You know he retired. He fought those guys. You know, he ain't had shit to gain either. But Crawford's a dangerous opponent. You know, Crawford's a dangerous opponent. And if he physically move up the right way, you know, and he get into one of them boxing grooves, it's gonna be hard for Canelo. He seen Floyd Mayweather get into a groove and he couldn't break the groove. You know, Lara got into a groove because Lara was repetitive in which way his attack. Them Cubans are very repetitive, especially the old and what they gonna do. So Canelo started throwing that hook to where Lara was rolling out to, and that's what brought him back in that fight. That's why I scored the draw. But with Crawford and Floyd, they creative. They can switch it up, you know, they can come to you, step around you, so he couldn't really get a beat on it. You know? And once they established the jab, Canelo really not a jab thrower. And that's something else he could have did to Floyd, was continue to throw a jab to try to compete. You know, but then Floyd would have probably countered him with a straight right and, you know, whatever. But hey, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance. Get notifications. We go live or drop video. Financially, want to support the channel. Cash App, $CJ Good 313. Venmo, CJ Good 313. PayPal link in description. Hit the link tree. Find me on X, Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, the whole nine. Appreciate the love and support. Peace.